Hi, I'm Tommy from Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm here to show you how I trim a foot. There's lots of people do things a lot differently, and I'm not telling you what's right or what's wrong. I'm just telling you this is the way I do it. And I think that there's things that you can learn from the way I do things, and I'm not telling you what's right or wrong, but this is the way I do it. I'm going to start from the beginning. Whether you trim your own feet or somebody comes out to your place to trim your horse's foot, what's the first thing he looks at, and how does he evaluate a foot to know what's got to come off and what can stay? So the first thing I'm going to show you is how I evaluate this foot. Okay, so I'm looking at this foot and I only see, what do I need to do? What's the first thing to look at? Well, first I want to tell you this is an older horse, but the reason I'm using her is because she has really good feet. I'm going to start with a really good foot, a normal foot. No complications, nothing out of the ordinary. We'll get into some of those complicated things later on. This is just a normal foot that you shouldn't have any problem with. So it's a lot easier than something with problems. She's about 4 weeks out. If you're doing your own horses, 4 weeks is as long as you want to go. So the first thing to look at is the coronet band right here. It's a little high. We know that it's got to come down more at this angle right here, which means that the heels are high. So the heel's going to have to come down, and the toe is a little bit long. We'll get more into that when we finish. So just from looking at this side, we already know that the heels have to come down and that this quarter is going to have to be dished right about in here. Okay, so I just picked up this foot, and this is what it looks like. I haven't done any cleaning beforehand because I want to show you, what it looks like. This is what you're looking at. Well, obviously, all this crap has got to go. Now, this dirt in here serves a purpose in weight bearing, but in order to trim this foot, obviously that stuff all has to go. So this is the first thing you do is clean it out. You notice I'm sitting down. A lot of barefoot trimmers work sitting down. I do too, because you know what? I'm getting old and things hurt. She's just testing me. I know this horse, so she's just testing me. So you clean out whatever you can, and now what? From here we can see we have to take the heels down. You take them down, right, you look right back here, right where they start to roll over. You take it to that point, to the point where it starts to roll over, and that's where you take it from. You can use hand tools or power tools. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do both, just to show you. That's all I had to take off to get the rounded part off. I'm down to where she's standing on those heels. If you're not happy with the grinder, you can use a roto-zip. Or you can use hand tools. You get right at the same place. At this point, I'm going to take the sole down. I'm going to take the sole down. This all has to be below the level of the walls. And since this is a normal, healthy foot, all I have to do is take off the fluff, and I'm going to show you that. If you don't know how far deep you go, the foot is going to tell you. All you have to do is take off the fluff. I'm starting this with a hand tool. Sometimes a foot is so dry or hard you can't even use a hand tool. But I'm going to do this side with a hand tool and the other side with a power tool. I'm not concerned with the toe. She's just testing me. She don't mean it. I'm only concerned with the sole. She didn't mean it. So you see now I'm getting down to live material, but all I'm taking off is the fluff. The fluff comes right off, and the foot is telling me that I don't need to go any further because this is all good live sole. So now I'm going to do the other side with a power tool. These lines right here are pressure points. It comes from being long. So all I'm going to do is take those out. Once those are out, that's probably as far as I have to go. Okay, everything nice and smooth, below the level of the walls. Now what? She didn't mean it. This area right here is the white line area, and this tells you how far of the wall, outer wall, you have to take, because this distance should proceed all along the outside edge of the foot. The white line is right here. The same distance should go all the way around. So anything outside that comes off. This is the white line. Everything outside that line has got to go. I'm going to do it with a power tool because it's a lot quicker. And I just carry that line all the way around the foot. That's a good distance. And I always undercut the toe. I always leave the toe for last. You can do that with a hand tool also. As you know, undercutting the toe helps break over. Now I'm just about done, but I have to make sure I get that dish at the corners that I talked about earlier. You can do that with your knife. Dish the corners. From here all the way back to the point of the heel. You can do it with a rasp. Or with a power tool. Now this frog is even with the heels, so you don't have to take it down. but I do kick out the sulcus. This is the sulcus. You always want to make sure you pop that out. This frog is below the level, so it's actually okay. She meant it that time. Okay, I'm ready to finish, and I'm going to finish with a power tool because it's quicker. This line is fairly straight, which is good, but there is some growth between here and the end of the toe, and we want to take that off because we want to encourage the foot to grow straight and out in this direction, not build up growth here. So we're going to take that off. Of course, you can do it with a rasp also. Okay, so that's it. That's all it takes. But remember, this is a healthy, normal foot. Relatively easy. Next time we're going to get into something that's a little more complicated, maybe a flat foot, one that doesn't grow, a little more complicated. Some problems that you get out here in the Southwest because it is so arid and feet are so hard. But for now, this is Tommy in Las Vegas from the Wigwam Horse Company. I hope that you learned something today. See you later. Bye.